I'm getting married! Again. To the same guy. And here's why. Hello, 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 and welcome to 52 Weeks of Flow, the podcast that delves into the depth of human potential and the transformative power of flow. On this show, we talk about peak performance, flow, energy, and bridge the gap between science and woo-woo. Through authentic stories and real-life examples, my guests and I will help you dive into your superpowers and create your next level of success. My name is Bea-Marie, neuroscience geek, flow enthusiast, and your guide to rewilding yourself. I'm on a mission to raise the frequency of the planet by supporting you to untame yourself and step into your flow. What many don't know about me is this. Love, for me, didn't start in puberty or adulthood. It started in a sandbox, literally. We met when we were 3. Tiny hands, big hearts, innocent eyes. You could say he was my first love, baby love, of course. We went to the same kindergarten, we went to the same elementary school, but lost touch after that. 2 completely different paths, 2 separate lives. We could have touched in one way or the other, but our lives didn't touch. Until 20 years later, in a completely different city, the universe conspired and we met again. And here's the thing, I recognized him instantly. I knew it was him. I was scared that it was him. So did he. And he told me that he was in love with me in kindergarten. And so was I. So I couldn't help but love. So it was something I just knew. Something in me knew that it was true. And that it was meant to be. He walked into this bar and I looked at him and the thought that I had was, this is the guy you're gonna marry. The funny thing is, when we reconnected, I didn't think he was into me. I thought he was way too cool. He is so good looking. But somewhere along the way, he saw me. Like all of me. And for the first time, I started seeing myself too. In our relationship, I found my self-worth. Not because he gave it to me, but because he created a safe space for me to discover it myself, to find it again. Yes, he is northern and reserved, and in the early days, we were the king and queen of passive-aggressive stun. But somehow, we always came back to us. Like in this relationship, I learned what it means to express your needs. I learned what it meant to express my needs, scary and messy as it was. I had suppressed them for so long that I didn't even know what they were. But I started to find my voice. When we met, I had done a lot of work. I had broken free from toxic masculinity, from hustle culture, from performing. But I had swung to the other extreme. All flow, no structure, pure feminine with no boundaries. And then he entered my life again with his calm, his rootedness, his sacred masculine. Not the patriarchal kind, but the mountain energy, silent, holding kind of. He became the riverbank for my river. Our relationship became a dance between flow and structure, feminine chaos and masculine stillness. And over 11 years, we've learned to dance. Sometimes absolutely beautifully. Sometimes stepping on each other's toes, but always choosing to dance again. We've been married for 7 years now. And like any long-term relationship, we've seen the highs and the lows. Love isn't a Disney ending. It has Disney moments. Oh my God, magical Disney moments all over the place. And it's a choice. Daily, hourly, moment by moment choice. It takes guts to show yourself. To let another soul see you. Not the curated version, the social media version, but the raw, scared, messy, brilliant you. It takes courage to love through grief, through parenting, through change. When my father died, I fell into a deep crisis and a great awakening. And my husband, he stood by me. He held space the best he could. And he made sure that we stayed connected. That was my lifeline. And this Saturday, we are renewing our vows. Not in a church, not in a courthouse, but in a shamanic ceremony. Under the open sky, surrounded by close friends and family. And here's what that means. A shamanic wedding isn't just a vow to each other. It's a vow to earth, to spirit, to life itself. We call in the 4 elements. Earth for grounding, safety, and legacy. Water for emotions, flow, adaptability. Fire for passion, transformation, and the spark that keeps love alive. Air for breath, communication, vision, and spirit. In a shamanic tradition, marriage isn't just a contract. It's a spiritual union. You anchor your love in the elements, in the unseen, in the ancestors. It is a remembering of your original soul contract, the one you made before you incarnated. So this is not just about renewing vows, it's about rerouting them. We are saying yes to each other again, not as who we were then, but as who we are now. And let me share this with you. If you're in a relationship or calling one in, don't settle for neutrality. A relationship shouldn't feel like roommates with kids. For real. Your children feel everything. Staying together for them while being disconnected teaches them that love equals survival and not aliveness. Another thing that we made a vow early on is to make brutal honesty our baseline. If we can't be real with each other, what's the point? We don't always agree, but we talk. And we listen without ego. We're not seeking for perfection, but we're seeking for presence. We're seeking for being present with each other and seeing the other person in their moment right there that they are sharing with us. And what that means is to listen without ego, it has nothing to do with you. Most of the stuff, even in a fight, even when it goes like you, it has nothing to do with you. It is something that it's your partner's pain that he is projecting onto you most of the time. And in those kind of tough moments, we hold space for different opinions without making them mean something painful. It's a moment in time. Because love is a spiritual practice, one that includes laughter, awkward silences, awkward moves, and saying I'm sorry when you get it wrong. We are willing to get it wrong for the sake of an exchange, for the sake of connection. This weekend, I say yes again to the man who has seen me at my worst and still called me queen, to the father of our children, to the sacred masculine that meets my sacred feminine in this lifetime. This isn't just a celebration. Oh, I get really emotional. It's a ceremony. It's a portal of remembering. So whether you are single in a relationship or somewhere in between, just know this. Love is not something you fall into. It's something you rise into. And when it's real, you'll just know it's worth saying yes to again and again and again. And that's it. That's it for today. That's our show. Thank you so much for being part of this really vulnerable and open and personal episode right now. I'm so excited for this journey and I wanted to take you with me. If you want to know more about me, about what I do, about the universe that you just fell into if it's the first time listening, then please subscribe to my newsletter, www.movingriver.com, or you can find the link in the show notes as well. There you will get weekly inspirational newsletters. You will get all the news. You will get, so much goodies. There's so many goodies in my emails. So, I'm really excited. So thank you just so much for coming on this journey with me. And it would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the shows. Give us 5 stars, because we are pouring our heart into this show to bring flow and to bring different opinions, to bring joy and laughter into this world. And yes, and with your recommendations and your comments, we are able to do that, to bring more amazing guests to the show and shine a light in maybe darker areas that are not, picked up by the public eye yet. So come back next week. We have more amazing episodes coming on. We are close to the end of season 2 already. Yeah, but we have a couple more episodes to go, and I would love to know more of your story. So come write me your love story. I would love to hear about it. If you have any questions or suggestions, also please feel free to reach out, www.movingriver.com, or you can also reach me on all socials, on YouTube, and yes, it's always Moving River or Bea-Marie Anine. We have a German account, we have an English account. So until next time, keep shining, keep learning, keep growing, and keep flowing.